side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. protect your soul.
Okay, I'm back. So to answer your question, uh, is it okay? The anime question thing, yeah, made a bit. It's made in a base. Like it's really cool. I would say like my favorite part about that show is the world building. You know, like they have a ton of things going on. Like you can pick out like tiny details in each episode. You know, things happening in the background and all that. Like it's really good. Yeah, I think you should like. I've not read the manga. I just like watch the show, and I don't want to like switch from being a show watcher to like a manga reader. I know the manga is a bit ahead, but I think I'll just wait it out until season 3 comes out. And then for the pin this down. And then for the beginner level thing, man, I think a ton of people focus on like practicing the fundamentals more than just drawing, you know? Because like how long will it like just think about it, how much you need to like to practice to stop feeling like a beginner. I think at that point, with all that practice, you will just get fed up, fed up of drawing in general. So I think you just need to draw your own personal stuff. Just find stuff you like and draw that. I think that's the best way to approach it. You know. And then like you can basically learn the fundamentals as you go. Let's see. Trying to find something. Sorry, what? Oh yeah, is my voice coming through clearly? Sorry, no, it's cool. It's cool. What I was trying to say is for the fundamentals thing, like I think you should do that as like you do your own stuff, you know, like just draw stuff, and then like the fundamentals will come along, you know. Like when I drew this, like made a basin piece, like my art was like it wasn't that good, but I just drew it. I didn't think about like fundamentals and stuff. I just thought about what the piece will look like in the end. Even though my fundamentals like sucked. So yeah, like I think the best thing you can do for yourself is not think about like fundamentals. Yes, they are important, but I think it's best to learn them as you go. Like draw a piece, and if you find out that something in that piece sucks, then you learn like a fundamental related to that thing. You know, slowly and surely until you figure out the entire like you know yeah art fundamentals in general. Because like you can't stop learning fundamentals. There is a ton of things that you need to learn. Yeah. Because even if you pick out like I would say the simplest, which is what I consider observation fundamental, but that also like takes a while, just to be good at it, like seeing stuff and actually see beyond just seeing that thing. Just learning more about yep, I like a more painterly style, so I was learning more about it, about brush strokes and edges and stuff. Yeah, like okay, see, yeah, that is like a good thing. And then like as you learn about it, then you start like putting it in practice. You know, like I also love painterly styles, but I love them more when I'm like doing actual studies. You know, because I find it easy to study realism than study like sterilized stuff. Even though when it comes to like drawing my own stuff, I just switch to drawing in a more anime style. I'm doing a few collabs, like I draw content creators. Okay, it gives me some and I practice. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, that's such a good idea. You know, I mean, as long as you're drawing something that you love, I'm really sure then like you can easily grow that way. That has their OCs. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, actually, I've seen a couple of people who like draw VTubers and stuff. Like, I'm not a big fan of VTubers, but I think that is like such a cool way, like to even get people like to notice your art, you know. And it's still like a good way of practicing because you're drawing like I guess people or characters that you actually like. Yeah, the journey of learning is really fun. Yeah, 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 actually, yeah, it's really fun. I wanted to show. There is something that I wanted to pull up, but I can't find it. I can't find it. Like I used to do these like portrait studies in a more painterly style. Like everything was painted, no line art. Makobuchi's painting series is really helpful. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've watched some of his stuff. I love his color stuff. Like the way he explains color. Like I feel like it's really good. Yeah. Uh, like stuff like this. Like to me, this is how I practice the things you mentioned above, like strokes, edges, and all that. Like I normally do it with sort of like semi-realistic or realistic portraits, you know. And I I normally practice it with like soft round brushes because I feel like if I can learn how to control a soft brush, then I can control like any brush, you know. Because some people rely too much on their brushes, but if you can use like the default round brush and like make an entire, I guess, painting or illustration, I feel like that justifies like how much edge control you have. But yeah, yeah. So let's say yeah, Makobuchi actually teaches a ton of stuff when it comes to that. Actually, I would say he's one of at least I would say top five best art teachers on YouTube. You know, the guy has a ton of experience. It's like crazy how much he knows. How long have you been drawing for? I would say I started. Man, this is a complicated question to answer. But I've been drawing for. I started in end of 2023. 2023. So I'd say 3 years. But I've been making art for 5 years, but not like because I didn't start out with art as you know with like drawing stuff. I was doing more of like photo manipulation stuff, like photo bashing, and then yeah, I switched to like drawing in like end of 2023. Uh, value practice, right? Those realistic portraits, I mean. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's mostly like value practice, edge control, and all that. I would say like if like this piece right here is more of a value practice than the other. The other was more of like me learning how to use a soft round brush like to draw with. But then this is more like values, just painting with values, and also like I was trying to learn how to avoid using line art. So like I used to just block in everything until I finish it. Or do you like 3D modeling too? You wanna make comics? Uh, about the 3D thing, like I don't like 3D that much. You know, I find it, I find like it's too perfect. That's why I don't like it. But for comics, I would love to make comics one day, even though it's like a lot of work. You know, because you need to be like good at a ton of things just to, make a few comic pages. But I know it's something that I would like eventually do. You're from Europe, right? Around Sudan, you have a no, I'm not. I'm not from Europe or Sweden. I'm from Uganda. It's a country in East Africa. Country in East Africa near Kenya. Yeah, just open up Google Maps, you'll see it. That's where I'm from. What games do you like making? I think I like anything that is like fantasy, you know, fantasy. And I used to like cyberpunk, and then I realized that I'm not good at like drawing tech, so I just I chose to basically like ignore it, you know. But yeah, anything fantasy related, yeah, Africa. Oh yeah, yeah. See? Yeah, that's where I'm from. That is where I'm from. So like I would say anything fantasy related like that that grabs my attention immediately. I guess it's the reason why I like what do you call it? Made in Abyss. It has those fantasy vibes, even though it's like more of a dark fantasy. Yeah, actually, yeah, that is cool. That is actually really cool. Also, the other thing that I really love that I want to become good at, like creating, is horror. You know, like not the kind of horror like jump scares and stuff, but the kind of horror you have to think about. You know, that type of stuff. Because like oh yeah, and yeah, even mind games are really cool. I would say like I love video games that are horror based and like make you solve a ton of puzzles. I don't often hear of Africa like yeah, actually most people don't. Yeah. Some people in the West like think this place is like a forest or something. you know. But yeah, I would say things here are like very unique. Like especially if you're not the type of person who travels a lot. Like if you come to this area, you will be like really shocked. What is you aim? What is that? What is that? Hmm? Is that what you aim for? The kind of horror that I'm on. No, 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 no. Yes, yeah, yeah. Like that is totally what I aim for. Like the type of horror that you will see and then think about for like a month. Like really messed up stuff. That is the type of stuff I want to make. Mm. So that when the time like comes, you know, you remember that one thing that you saw that I made and you're like, damn, that was creepy. That is the kind of horror, like Silent Hill type of stuff, you know. Silent Hill, Resident Evil 7, that type of stuff. Bro, you should. Actually, I'm pretty sure most people who come from Africa like are pretty chill. They will be like really happy when they have somebody like ask them about where they come from and all that. You know. So like I'm sure you shouldn't like you shouldn't be afraid to approach them and ask, you know. Most of them will like be chill about it and like answer your questions. I mean, it's the approach that matters. Like how do you approach them, you know? Yeah, I love that kind of horror too. It feels really deep. Yeah, like I remember playing this video game called is it Signalless? Uh, like it's like a it's a is it a how do you call those games? 16-bit type of games. Uh, yeah, like it was really really good. It had like this weird time travel stuff. No spoilers, of course, but yeah, I really loved watching it. I mean, playing it. It was like really good. I still remember like everything about it. Like it left an impression on me. Like especially how they used the colors, like the reds. Oh my. I wish I could like create pieces with just red colors. It's amazing. But the one thing that I want to really get good at is like talking and drawing at the same time without like dropping focus from one or the other. Yeah, but in India some people that is to say foreigners yes that, yeah, I see, I see. You know, actually, you know what is like really funny? Like in our country we have a ton of like Indians, you know? And like we are so used to seeing them, like they are basically now part of our society, you know. Because like they're everywhere. It's like crazy. Yeah. Because you might be going like to a random shop or something, and then you find like it's owned by an Indian, and like bro, they're always the best people like to buy stuff from because they offer like really genuine products, and they don't let you go until like you have spent some money at their place. They're good at their businesses. Um, but yeah, like I guess like especially if you want to interact with somebody, like don't think about what they will think. You know, just approach them and then like you know instead of living with the regret because maybe you might have made a friend at that moment or something. No, I think when we draw you're completely focused on the piece, it's that yeah it's like really hard. Yeah. Because like honestly I wonder how you know like those I guess streamers do it, you know. You find the guy like talking to a ton of people but still like locked in on what he's doing, you know. Like I've been watching streams by Steven Zapata, and the guy always like talks up, keeps he talks for like hours, but also like gets stuff done. I think it comes down like to even experience, like how experienced are you? Because I'm pretty sure like if you have most of the things memorized and down to muscle memory, you can like do a bit of multitasking. Yeah, there are certain families that are and they would move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, that is so right. That's so right. Yeah, and yeah, most of those businesses are like family owned. But what I love about those guys, like they don't just employ Indians at their stores, they also employ locals, you know. And most of them, in a weird way, like they treat those people they employ like brothers. Yeah. Not like any business opportunity. Yeah, and I just go to that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. They basically like they run all like kinds of businesses here, you know, from high places in the government to like just random shops, you know, convenience stores. Depends if you have already decided details on maybe but if you are, yes, like okay, yeah, like right now, like I have no idea what this is going to be. Like I know I want it to be some sort of like maid or something, but I have no idea what the details should be. Hmm. So like there's that. I said they have. Hello. You know, I'm going to use your second name, Dragons. How is it going? Uh, um, hey, yes, now we finally have more people chatting. But yeah, thank you for joining the stream. We are trying to fix. Oh yeah, I wanted. Oh yeah, yeah. So I was still talking about the decision thing. Like I haven't decided on what this is going to be. You know, I know I'm like just putting down lines and all that, trying to figure out. Yes, since you're making decisions and now they had to focus and talk. Yes, yeah. It's like I'm basically doing my best. Like especially if like somebody asks a question that I need to think about, then like I can't think about the drawing. Yeah, there's that. But I know, like with time and like more streaming, like I'll get good at it. You know, just like the drawing thing. Actually, it will be like really cool, like getting good at the streaming and the drawing at the same time. Uh, you know, the funny thing is, like I need to start like deciding on what I'm going to do before I go live, and so that I have like a clear picture in my mind of all the steps I need to commit to, instead of like just running around the canvas like a crazy person. Oh yeah. What was the plan actually? uh, like I want her to have like some giant gloves, like maybe she has like some giant stuff on. Yeah, I don't know. Depends. Like giant gun lights or some. Yeah, depends. I'll see. Because like just having her in a maid outfit like that is not unique. Like it doesn't have that storytelling element I'm looking for. Like his character right here. She's just like pointing and screaming, I guess. Yeah. Even though it's not complete, but there is like something there. Like white gloves. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Maybe she handles the cleaning and also handles the beat downs. Yeah. There is always this thing just goes in. Oh, so like yeah, like anything as long as it's like giant gloves. The material doesn't really matter. It can also be like metallic. Yeah. So it depends. Of course, I need to do something with the cuffs. I, like depends on the purpose. If it's a ball, it don't be. Yeah. But I haven't like thought about the setting. Like I'm not even sure where she's standing at, whatever she's doing. But yeah, wouldn't it be cool if it was like a ball and stuff, and then she pulls up with like metal gloves? You know, like she's about to give somebody the beating of a lifetime. stuff. I would say the one thing that I would say the one thing that I'm still okay. Of course, you can't stop learning, but the one thing that took me a long time, like to just figure out, was basically how, like just having how would I call this? Like just having I would say a story in my like stuff, you know. Like if I show one of the pieces that I showed previously, um, like this piece, like just getting to this, like having oh yeah, maybe she just did one of her explosion spells or something. Like that took me a while. For the most part, I was just drawing characters just standing there, you know. So like I would say it's not I'm not sure if storytelling is considered a fundamental, but that is what took me like, and it's still taking me the longest time to figure out, because I always want to draw something, but as soon as I draw it, then I realize like it's just an image, like it doesn't have anything else going on. So yeah, and I just hope that I eventually like start drawing pieces that have like a ton of story. Like if you have seen the stuff like Gwen's draws, Gwen's, I think this is how his name is spelled. Like this guy is like his characters are like very, I would say, generic or something. I guess most people think they're awesome, but I think what he does like really well is the storytelling in his illustrations, you know. Oh yeah, and yeah, that exaggerating the poses and stuff. Yeah, like these types of poses. Like I was never at there was a time where I wasn't like comfortable with doing this, you know, like doing these like random faces. I always wanted everything to be like cute and like sort of right, until I figured out that I don't need to do that, like to make art appealing, you know. It can be anything. And I feel like this should have been like even more. Like I would say like something like this, you know, and then she's pointing and having the whatever the bargain, you know, a bit more exaggerated. Like that is the one thing that I want to get good at. You know. Just yeah, just letting characters be characters, not props. Because like how do you draw a character that has zero character? You know, at that point it's just an NPC, a background prop. So yeah. I want to be able to draw like characters doing things. You know, the things that you would see like in real life, falling over or something, tripping on something, you know, those random stuff, like the things that happen in the moment, you know. I don't want like that, because I feel like most people don't draw that. Like most people just draw like well posed characters, like they're on a photo shoot. And I don't like how small the head is. In okay, exaggeration is so common in art, whether it's dancing or animation. You gotta exaggerate more. Yeah. Like, I feel like that is something that like it's so important, because like if you don't exaggerate like your art, then it's just reality. you know. At that point, just get a camera and take a photo, you know. And to me, basically, and to me, I find like reality a bit boring. So yeah, yeah, that's true. Put your hand to yes, yeah, yeah, that is true. But it's also something that I see like a ton of people, they get kind of too invested in their measurements. Like, oh, the head should be like this big, or like the body should be like this tall. Like, bro, as soon as you start, like as a beginner, it's like good to follow those like things, especially if you don't understand them. But if you're going to keep like all those characters on the same like proportions, you know, then you will start just drawing the same character or race. Like it's good to have a good understanding of like what human proportions look like, but you need to also learn how to like step away from them. You know, like especially if you are drawing things that are more sterilized, you know, like anime and like Disney cartoons and stuff. You need to eventually like step away from the realism that comes with art fundamentals, you know. Because like what's the point of knowing that, oh yeah, a human should be like what, 7 heads tall or something, but every time you draw the same like person, you know. Like you should like this is why I love concept artists. Like they give them you know, a prompt or something to design a character, and then they come back like with all these like, you know, I would say weird versions of like the same character, like some tall, some huge, you know, some a bit shredded, some skinny, because they learned basically how to play around with proportions. They don't stick with one thing. Like for example, I want this like dog to have a really huge nose, snout, whatever. So yeah, like I want to exaggerate that. Like I exaggerate the things that I find, I guess, funny to me. Like maybe okay, this is why I even added the dog, like still storytelling. Like maybe she walks around with like this man eater thing. Like I don't think okay, it's like the dog is not that scary, but still, you know, like why does she walk around with this dog? Those types of questions. Those are the questions that I want like the person seeing the final product to have. you know. Like maybe like you can even add more storytelling elements. Like maybe you give it a leash, and then you put this leash like around her arms or something. You know, like whatever. She keeps the dog on a short leash, and I feel like that is a good idea. Just like note it somewhere. The message is going through. Uh, what messages? If it's the comment, the last comment I see is about hairline, and yeah, using your hand to measure like the head size. That's the last comment I see. Yeah. Yeah, the previous message did. Okay. Oh wow, really? I don't know. Maybe it's like this like software doing it. Yeah. Yeah, not sure why that's the case. And yeah, and basically that is my hour of streaming done. I think I'll pick this up like next time. I feel like there is a good idea there. You know, it will be like something like just give her those scary eyes, and like she starts looking a bit crazy. Something. But yeah, I'll just pick it up from here next time I stream, or next time I get a chance to like look at it. I recommend the artist she draws wolves and dogs a lot. Oh wow, okay, let me write that down. Just going to write it next to the character so that I don't forget. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at their work. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, then I can improve my dog. And actually, I think I can even rotate it and then like just put it behind her. Like like it's a good one framing both of them. Yeah. So I'll cut it and just put it on a new layer, so that I know it's something that I want to do. So like just put it behind her. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at their work. So then like I want this dog like to be behind, you know? Like, yeah, now it feels more like it's following her around or something, you know. And then I guess this is like way better that we now like have their I would say like their eyes will basically sort of like interact. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for joining the stream, Dreamer. Yeah, I would say that yeah, today tonight you are the number one whatever, number one chatter. Thanks for all the questions. You know? Means a lot. I hope you get to catch another stream. You know, I feel like the neck of the dog is a bit. Yeah, yeah. I want it to be elongated, like super elongated. I want the dog to look like really goofy or weird. You know, so like I want it to be like elongated. Yeah. Yeah, like I saw this photo like on Pinterest, and like this dog was like really close to the camera and the neck looked goofy. So I wanted like to emulate the same thing. So yeah. But thanks for checking out the stream. I hope to catch you again soon. When are you streaming next? I think tomorrow. Like tomorrow same time, like an hour earlier. Yeah, I'll be live again. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if nothing changes, I will be. All right. I hope to catch you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of. I have no idea what time it is, like in India and stuff. So I hope it's night. I'll just have a wonder. Is it night? Evening? I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. All right. Catch you in the next one. Yeah. Thank you.